I'm going to let Jace tackle this area more because he would be more familiar with this since he's been in business longer, and I'll just maybe jump in every now and again. But Jace, here you go.
So cost of doing business. Now, this is a mindset that you really need to get your head wrapped around, because too many people go into business where they think they want all the revenue, but they don't have to pay any costs. Just stop that straight away. So if you're paying someone for services that you actually need, that you do not know how to provide to yourself, that is a cost of doing business. You just have to eat it. Mm-hmm. If it's $1,000, if it's $5,000, if it's $20,000, that's just it.
This especially I would like to emphasize with anything related to the government. So for example, if you are processing you want to bring, let's say, an employee from abroad to Canada, you're not going to apply for the visa yourself. You're going to get some immigration lawyer to apply for the visa for you and process things correctly. Same concept with accounting. You do not want to be submitting things in like with the government that could be wrong.
Yeah. So when it comes to these things as well, you also have to wrap your head around the fact that if you don't know it, you probably should just call someone who does. Don't try to mess around with it, because one little mistake can end up being years of headache for people. And we've seen this before. So just pay someone who knows what they're doing. Obviously, that would be the first start. But don't go arguing all the time about the cost, because if you want to pay for, if you want the service of or the luxury of having a Ferrari, you're not going to expect the price of a Toyota. I mean, that's what Arielle's dad always used to say to me. So if you want the best in the business, that's going to be the best lawyer or the best accountant or the best immigration consultant or whatever. If you ask them, the first thing out of your mouth you ask them is about price, probably you're barking up the wrong tree with that.
Yeah, I think it was put really well by one of our mentors actually in accounting, and he said that a very good example for the cost of doing business would be like O.J. Simpson going to trial. Like, yes, he could have had a public defender, right? But do you think he would have gotten off the hook with a public defender? Or do you think it took the dream team of lawyers to get him off the hook? So that's kind of the way you have to think about things as well with this.
Yeah. And so on to the next point, because I talk about a lot about costs above, but on number 2, risk and reward, you need to understand that everything that you do in business is going to have a price associated with it, and there may be a potential upside for that, and also the potential downside. So you will not recognize any sort of gain. So for example, if you're going to go into business and spend, $15, $20, $30, $40,000 on initiating a business, you just have to bear in mind that you may have absolutely no reward and no upside for that. That's just sunk, that's gone, and you have to live with it. On the alternative side of that coin, when you're an employee, your income and your upside is limited. You're basically going to be earning what you were earning last year, plus or minus any adjustment for inflation. Now, your reward with business can be enormous. You can put in $10, $20, $30,000, but your upside is essentially unlimited. You're buying a call option on yourself and your own abilities. Now, what we do see a lot of in Canada is number 3, which is taking the loss, like as in the refusal to take the loss. So just as a very basic example, just browsing Facebook Marketplace for gym equipment, I see people trying to sell secondhand gym equipment at the retail price because they don't want to book a loss on the retail on the gym equipment. And I see the same thing. I was researching, I think, used cars or ski-doos or whatever it was, and people are trying to sell it at the same price they bought it for. Now, you're not going to sell it. You just need to understand that sometimes you've put money into something and you made the wrong call, and now you need to get out of that trade and you need to simply take the loss. Now, I heard a good analogy the other day where someone had said that if you've done something wrong, or
when you get on the wrong
when you get on the wrong train, the best thing to do is just get off at the first stop, not keep riding it all the way to the end of the line and thinking you're gonna make it back to the beginning.
That's a gambler's mentality.
Yeah, that's a gambler's mentality. So when you do make a wrong call, simply own up to it, face it, and bear the embarrassment, and then just take the loss. It's very, very simple. I mean, I've taken a lot of losses in my life. So just own it. Because once you own it, there's no embarrassment with it. Because if people just mention it to you, go, yeah, that happened. So what? What have you done?
So with number 4, so sleepless nights, no time off, there's a lot of stress, and this is also the road less traveled. So the reason why I want to emphasize this is because we get calls all the time from people saying, I saw this thing online saying I can make $10,000 a month with a Shopify store, and that's all I want. I want a stress-free life.
And I only have to work 4 hours a week.
And I was just like thinking, first of all, they lied to you. Second of all, that's not, if you want a stress-free life, don't do business. Be an employee, because having a business is very, very, very stressful. It's
the most stressful thing you'll probably ever do in your life.
Do you think Elon Musk is not stressed? Like, seriously.
Honestly, we see hundreds of business owners on a regular basis.
They regularly do work on Sundays. They email us on Sundays.
We're recording this on a Sunday morning.
Yeah.
You know what time I got up today? And it's Sunday. I got up at 3:30 a.m. And I get up at 3:30 a.m. every day. Arielle gets up at 4 a.m. every single day. We work probably between
80 hours a week.
Something like 70 to 80 hours a week. Each.
Yeah.
Not together, not jointly. Each.
Yep.
And that is just our life.
Yep.
And now our dog is barking because we need to go and take care of him and go for a walk. And, you're taking care of that. You're taking care of family. You're taking care of people's, your social life with other people. So what I want to touch on with number 4 is a lot of people are not going to understand what it is that you're doing when you start a business. And it's because they will clock off at 4:30 or 5 p.m. on a Friday afternoon.
And have their weekend.
And they will have their weekend, and you will still be working. And if you cannot wrap your head around that, and if you are not the kind of person where you can tell them, sorry, I got something to do today. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to answer this email.
If you have FOMO, like fear of missing out, and you still, want to be with all your friends, this is probably not for you, because running a business is hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. And I emphasize the word sacrifice because it takes a long time to see any reward, if at all, when you start a business.
Most of the time, you actually, statistically speaking, you will lose. And the sad thing about this is, you'll have a lot of friends that will not understand why you're having to decline every single offer that they make you, and you'll probably lose those friends along the way. We know we have, and it was nothing against them. It's just simply we had to do this. Yeah, we had to do this work. Yeah, other people required our time. And it's not because they were paying us, but it's because they have government deadlines that we can't avoid.
Yeah. So I hope this video was helpful. Again, we're gonna cover all the other topics in the next video, and this video is long enough. It's 40 minutes long, and we gotta go quickly because our puppy is crying, and we will introduce the puppy to you guys soon, so stay in tune for that.
Yeah, pleasure.
Hey guys, it's Arielle here from Fix My Books. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and helping my YouTube channel grow. If there are any videos you want to see on my channel, please don't hesitate to comment them down below. I always listen to your feedback. And once again, this is Arielle from Fix My Books, helping you fix your books.